I am an elementary teacher at Oscar Elementary, and I teach the 5th grade, and my name is Distro. That's what my kids call me for short. And I am going to be talking about smartboards and how they are beneficial in the classroom. As a 5th grade teacher, we use a lot of technology in the classroom because it helps inspire students to do better work, and they enjoy working with technology, and smartboards is one way that the kids can interact. One thing that I've used in my classroom that they've really enjoyed is just doing presentations, and especially after we do an activity. We've gone on field trips before, and then as a way to study what we've learned, we play a movie. And it's a good way for the students to enjoy doing is taping each other and doing presentations like that. They enjoy working with the camera and being silly on camera, and just making it is very beneficial for those learners in my classroom who are visual learners. Being able to see the stuff on screen allows them to interact more again. And one way that I use smartboards in my classroom is by doing the chalk talk, but instead of using the chalkboard, we use the smartboard. And so what you do is you pick up a marker, and it knows that the marker is missing, and I'm going to write just if I write a word, I can write a word on here and it'll show up. And then as students really enjoy just writing on the board, it's kind of cool that you can write on there and see it show up. And so if I write a topic on the board like civil rights, as I was trying to, and then I let students come up and then they can write a word of something they've learned about civil rights, what they think it is, or something that reminds them about what it is. And it's a good way for students to get involved in. And it is fun to write on this board. Okay.
My name's George Schnackenheimer. I'm 91 years old. I taught high school English up in northern Minnesota. Walked to school uphill both ways for 63 years. I never went to school more than the 8th grade. This dang technology thing, I don't understand it. You know, these smartboards, what's a smartboard? Back when I was teaching in the 40s, this is what we had right here.
Hi there. My name is Theodore. I'm a junior at a small Midwestern university in Iowa. I'm a biology major, and I am your typical college student in America today. Obviously, smartboards haven't been around forever. I think the first one was created in like 1991, and they've really come a long way. As you can see, like, this is pretty awesome. And as a college student, there's several uses I can use this for. One thing I've really learned to use it in my biology classes is for studying. Like, if there's a group of my friends studying, we're studying this plant cell here. Instead of just pointing at the stuff and not knowing what we're talking about, we can use this to study, and I can write, oh, here's the nucleus. And we can, as a group, everyone can see what I'm doing and study on the board, and I can say, oh, here's a mitochondria. And this way everyone can follow with what I'm studying, and it makes it a lot better, and our group studies are a lot more official. Some of my teachers even use them, and they're really handy because we can follow what the teacher's doing, and it's just better than a PowerPoint, because then the teacher can insert notes, like if they need to add a note down here at the bottom or something. Like, it's a lot more effective and efficient. It makes it a lot better in our classes, and it's just more effective note taking, and the teachers often do a lot better job. So, what else can I say? As a college student, as you can see, it obviously increases motivation and enjoyment. Obviously, it's awesome to write on the school board thing. Greater opportunities for participation. Like I said, when we're in class, it just allows more people that can come up and just write stuff, you know, and it's going to be a lot more interactive for the class and allow for more participation. It reduces the need for note-taking. Like we said, like, you can actually, if a teacher writes on this, they can save this document and post it like on Blackboard or something. So that'd be really helpful for specifically.
We're back, and this time we're here to tell you all about a new form of technology called the Wii.
The Wii is mostly a video game system created probably in the last 5 or 10 years or so, maybe even 5, probably 3 years. But it's a video game system, but there are new uses for it in the educational world today.
Not only is it a game, but students can use this in the classroom, especially in the physical education classroom and exercise science classes, and it's used by students from the age of preschool to all the way through college.
So we're going to have a little look at how the Wii is involved in classrooms and how, again, technology is evolving through time.
What are these ding-nam-fabnet things? Suspenders! They're suspenders! I'll tell you what I know about Wii's. Back in my day, Wii's, it was just a wee that the pigs would make as I chased them around the farm. My PE class, back in the 40s, Mr. Hank, he'd make us run every day. 6 miles uphill, both ways. And then we'd have to do push-ups until we couldn't do any more. There was no TVs, there was no video games, no playgrounds, no nothing. Just country roads and the farmland. Ah, the good old.
This is Joe here, and if you remember, I'm a 5th grade teacher, and my students have been using the Wii in their PE class, and they really enjoy it. What they do with it is they track their fitness level, and it's just kind of cool to see how well they're doing and how they're improving, and it's just a fun activity for them. And it's fun to see themselves doing something on TV. Whatever they do, they can see it.
I'm a college student. The Wii is another great example, and we can even use it in college. I have 63% in my HHP class, so I'm really trying to get my fitness up so I can get a good grade on our final. So Phil and I here have been playing tennis 12 hours a day trying to get our fitness levels up.
12 hours.
12. So as you can see, this Wii is a great example. Like in the elementary, also in college, we can use it to track our fitness. There's all kinds of games. You can play bowling. You can track how much weight you lose. You can do golf. You can do weightlifting even. There's push-up thing. It's just a great way to track my fitness. And the Wii, you know, it's like a video game thing, but this is way better than this stupid PS3. I mean, look at this thing. I'm out here working on my fitness. It's just a great tool in education, especially in the physical education and exercise realm. It's really helping me improve myself overall.
So we've taken the time to tell you all about 2 forms of technology, in smartboards and in the Wii. We're going to take a little bit of time and tell you all about one other form, and that's called SparkNotes. In other terms, also heard as Cliff Notes.
SparkNotes is online, and it has a bunch of different books, and it includes a plot overview, character list, summary, and analysis of each book and for students to look at instead of actually reading the book. There can be both positive and negative sides to using SparkNotes.
Like Melinda said, it can be a great study tool. Like obviously, if I don't want to read an 1800-page Shakespeare book, it can really help me out. But then there's also the kids who aren't going to take the time to actually read stuff and just kind of use it as a way to kind of cheat. It can be a great review tool and a great way for kids to get other outlooks, but if they're not doing their work in the first place, it can be a bad thing. So we're going to take a little look at how SparkNotes and Cliff Notes can be incorporated into different parts of the classroom and how that has changed throughout time.
SparkNotes. I can't tell you much about this whole SparkNotes thing. I can tell you what I know, and what I know is you read pages 1 through 99. You read every single page in the book in my day. There was no study guides or review sheets, just a bunch of hard work reading the book.
For my students, I would much rather prefer that they read the actual book and get out of it what they think instead of using someone else's notes to make their decisions for them. When students automatically look to SparkNotes or Cliff Notes instead of reading, it takes away their ability to allow students to foreshadow and think about the possibilities of what happens next. So by reading the book, they're able to figure it out on their own, and I guess like if they've done the work and maybe want to get another perspective, then SparkNotes could be positive, but as a teacher, I would much rather prefer my students to read the book on their own.
Jake, this is Shakespeare. You have a test in the morning and you haven't read me yet. You should probably wake up.
Oh my gosh! What time is it?
It's 7:52.
Holy crap, I have a test in 8 minutes over that stupid Shakespeare book I didn't read. What am I gonna do? Oh my gosh, it's 7:54 and I have a test over this entire book in 8 minutes. What am I gonna do? Seriously, I don't even know where to start. Wait a minute. There's gotta be something I can do. What can I do so I don't have to read this whole book? Oh my gosh, SparkNotes, perfect! Oh, perfect. SparkNotes will save me. I'll be able to learn everything I need to know for this test in 5 minutes. SparkNotes.com. Shakespeare. Perfect. This will help me pass the test. This is awesome. Plot overview, character list. Here we go. Themes. I know there'll be an essay question about themes. I'm just going to memorize this before the test really quick. As you can see, SparkNotes is a great tool for college students. Obviously, sometimes it's the easy way out when you haven't studied, but it can be a great study tool to learn stuff that would otherwise take you a long time. Obviously, like Melena said with her elementary class, or Miss Joe, you should really read the book and understand it and make your own thoughts at first, but it's a great tool to review and just learn other like themes or symbols and stuff, and it's a great study tool. Help study and review stuff, and it can really help you out in a bind. So as a college student, it's really great for me. Overall though, SparkNotes has really come a long way. Like back in the day, like in Mr. Stockenheimer's day, you just had to read the whole book, whereas now I can just hop on Google and read an 1,800-page book in 5 minutes. So it can be a great study tool, but obviously it's not your own thinking, so you really need to make sure you're doing your own thinking, but it can be a great study tool. So that is SparkNotes.